All right, we're live. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to my State of the WWE address for December 2014. And I'm just gonna start this out by saying this. After this month of wrestling, I'm done. Like, not as of Monday, I'm done. As of now, I'm done with the entire review gimmick. As long actually, unless you're NXT, then I'm not done. I just want to introduce you guys to the blue face paint today. Yesterday for the NXT review, I went green. This thing's lagging out, so I think I'm gonna turn off the camera. But I think why I'm ending the raw reviews for you guys. Basically, as it stands, if you really want to know why I'm ending the oh, this camera won't turn off. Okay, if you guys basically want to know why I'm ending the raw reviews, I can just say this much: Raw, it hasn't been good. The product has completely, legitimately sucked. I hate to say it, but the product has sucked. It sucked to the point where I'm done watching. I mean, I never thought I'd say it. Me personally, the guy who sits there and sits through all of WWE's garbage. I never thought I'd say I'm done. But you know what? Here are the reasons I'm done. We get the most racist thing in racism history, which is three black men all team together. You can't dispute the fact that that's not racist. There's three black men team together. And then Kofi Kingston now, he spits bars, what he calls it, is rapping. Biggie is the big sweaty black man. And Xavier Woods is that dude who, is a little too homies to hold him back. So that's one reason I'm done watching. Other than I'm done watching, we get Adam Rose and a bunny beating up people who actually try to make a living in this business for fun. We get a bunny beating up grown men. Do they not remember? Do they not remember that this is a stupid chance a couple months ago? WWE. Do you not get the fact that you are screwing yourself right now? You are literally taking the proverbial gun and shooting every single one of your toes off. And the saddest part about this is, the only good part about the show is Brock Lesnar. And the funniest part about that is Brock Lesnar's not even on the show unless he's scheduled to be contractually. Like Monday, he was scheduled to be on the show contractually. Chris Jericho tried one move on him, he missed, and Brock Lesnar F5'd him and laid him out in the middle of the ring. John Cena had faced Seth Rollins in a steel cage on Monday. Brock Lesnar broke in the steel cage, suplexed John Cena 3 straight times, and then I think John Cena's, during every one of those suplexes, he was having a flashback. And all you can hear is Paul Heyman's suplex, repeat, suplex, repeat, suplex, repeat. Man, it just comes down to the fact that Brock Lesnar is the only entertaining thing about the product, and that's bad. Because the WWE champion, who only shows up every couple of weeks, is the only good part about this product. What else do we have coming up? The Intercontinental Championship. You have a guy like Luke Harper, big ass Luke Harper, who basically won the that's a world championship in my mind. Intercontinental Championship from Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler wins it back the very next time, his very first defense. I think that was his first defense, his very first defense. Someone would have to correct me on that because I don't watch SmackDown or Main Event. So I believe in his very first defense, he loses that match. Now, if someone can also please tell me why this kind of happens, I would love to know. But we get no answers to why these things happen. Oh, excuse me. We get no reasons why these things happen. And then Luke Harper is slowly dying, and Ziggler's getting pushed. If you're gonna push the man, push him as a heel. It makes no sense. But they just want to, get Dolph Ziggler's name out there because, last year, Dolph, we feel sorry. We made you lose the people for 9 straight months. We're sorry. If you're gonna do something with him, he's more valuable. There's more money in Dolph Ziggler as a heel. Look at Mizdow. He's a stunt double in wrestling when wrestling's fake. The logic doesn't make sense there, but people still love it. And I move on to Rusev. Man, oh man, am I glad they stopped. I stopped watching Monday because we're getting the worst thing ever. We're getting the big, stupid steroid guy, Ryback, versus Rusev. Not Rusev at all. It's going to be Lana. I will dearly, dearly miss Lana. My God, Lana. Okay, let me move on anyway. But yeah, the reason I don't like this is because it's two big guys who are gonna really have a slow match. I mean, for some reason, Vince has some sort of mythological faith in Ryback that Ryback can be something special, and Ryback is really nothing but a waste of time, a waste of money, and a waste of space in the WWE. Ryback is a waste of human life. He's a waste of a human life form. Where you have Rusev, who can actually wrestle, who can actually do it, who can legitimately wrestle. But here's the problem about Rusev. He can't talk to save his life. He has to have the thighs, the ass, the voice of Lana speak for him. Now, that's not a bad thing because we get to sit there and stare at Lana. But on Monday when Chris Jericho was just sitting there making jokes out, the communist tramp and the U.S. champ, Jericho really annoyed me Monday. He really annoyed me. And then he almost broke character and said that Lana and Rusev are really dating, and Rusev really is hitting that. Son of a... Before I lose myself there. But Rusev and Lana, I'm just glad. I don't know what to be happy about with this product. I'm not excited for the United States Championship. I'm not excited for the Tag Team Championships are just a giant stunt, no pun intended. Damien Mizdow. Yeah, it's just one giant stunt with Mizdow. And the Divas Championship, no disrespect to Nikki Bella at all. Like, she's a great competitor. She's a great wrestler. She's a great thing. She's gotten better on the mic. She's not great, but she's gotten better. She's gotten somewhat better. But here's my problem. Who do you have to face it right now? If we're going to go into a thing where Natalia's going to end up facing Nikki Bella, no thank you. I'm glad I'm not watching. We have 5 weeks to the Rumble. That's the next time I watch an actual WWE event. Other than that, I'll be watching NXT. That's the only WWE exception I'll be watching. And I'll still do reviews for that, just so you guys know, if you guys didn't know. Last night I did an NXT review. It's on my channel right now. You guys can go back and watch that after this video. So, it just comes to the point where you watch so much, there's going to be bad shows. There's going to be bad shows, but it's a ridiculous amount. Like, when you haven't been excited for a Raw since after SummerSlam. There's nothing to get excited about. Brock Lesnar is the only thing. And it's sad when the guy who only shows up every 4 weeks comes. And that's being nice to generally say that. Brock Lesnar will show up every 2 months. Once every 2 months to beat up John Cena, then he'll leave. And it's sad that the only person on this roster who can legit beat John Cena is Brock Lesnar. And it's sad that they don't want Cena to get beat so bad that they had to have Brock Lesnar come in the cage and F5 him and suplex him 3 times for Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins is able to curb stomp John Cena's head into the ground. But they still wouldn't let him get the pin. They made him escape the cage. One of the only 3 ways you could ever beat John Cena in the cage. Well, you can only beat John Cena. Cage, disqualification, or interference. The only way you can ever beat John Cena, you'll never pin John Cena clean unless you're Brock Lesnar and you German suplex that man 15 times. Not 15, 16 times. I'm sorry. Eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. Paul Heyman's number 1 beast, Brock Lesnar. And then, see, here's another problem I have. Here's another thing I have with WWE. They don't build anything. They don't build a thing on their product. They don't build any of the Raws correctly at all. They just say, let's make 2 hours of filler and then 1 hour of stuff that actually matters. The first half an hour of the show, the last half an hour of the show. The only things that will ever matter in that product. We're gonna have Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins together, and people are gonna be watching Raw for that next week to see what happens. And to be honest, we're gonna show. We're gonna get to at the bottom of the show. That's all we're gonna get. The rest of the show is gonna be complete and utter garbage. The only reason this is happening is because people are gonna want Lesnar, and then people are gonna be more compelled if Heyman is working with Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. I don't even know what to think anymore. It just comes down to just this is the only thing you're gonna build. This is the only thing you're gonna build, other than the Royal Rumble, which I haven't even gotten into that yet. Because Roman Reigns, yeah, big Roman Reigns, who can't talk on the mic. I mean, like he is so bad at acting. They had acting coaches to help him when he was injured, and it's so bad that he has to sit there and swear, to make people like him. He said, "If I were in the arena, I would cock this fist and let it rain in that bitch." Roman, 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 Roman. I know you guys can see my face right now, but there's just pure disappointment in my face. I mean, you knew Rollins would be a star of the Shield. You knew Ambrose would be a star of the Shield. But Roman Reigns is being built to be this huge megastar, and the huge megastar can't even cut a promo. The huge megastar can't even do anything right. The huge megastar is the next John Cena because he does 5 moves just like Cena. Basement dropkick, giant clothesline, Superman punch, Samoan drop, and the spear. Roman Reigns is 5 moves of doom. Count it and seal, everybody. That's the next John Cena for you. Um. So yeah, he's gonna win the Rumble, and he's gonna go on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Uh, after he goes on to face Brock Lesnar, if he beats Brock Lesnar, if he beats the man who beat the Undertaker's streak, that would mean Roman Reigns means more than the streak, and Roman Reigns has not done anything. Roman Reigns has not done a thing to deserve any adulation for anything that he's done. You beat Randy Orton, big whoop. Who else has beaten Randy Orton? Cesaro. So does that mean Cesaro deserves Superstar of the Year last year? Yeah. Does that mean Cesaro deserves a mega push? Yeah. But are they going to do it? No. So Vince McMahon has the nerve to come on Stone Cold's podcast and say Cesaro doesn't have the charisma. So Roman Reigns has charisma. The guy that you hired an acting coach for to help this man with his acting skill has charisma. Okay, Vince, I'm gonna believe that. See, backstage politicking gets you. Back deserving something means nothing in that company. I don't even know what to think. It's just comes to the point where this, like, I sit there in front of my TV and I'm sitting here with my phone. Excuse me. I'm sitting there at my phone in front of Twitter, and people are just sitting there just ragging the entire show. Oh, this is so bad. Please end this. Please end this. Please end this. I have people saying, they're turning the channels on Raw. Tell me when something good happens. People are giving up on this show. People are giving up on the WWE. I'm almost there at the point where I'm giving up on them, but NXT is the only thing keeping me alive. Now, see, if you guys haven't seen NXT, it is pretty much the greatest thing they can come out with. It's basically the independent circuit, but WWE branded independent circuit. Where you have guys like Adrian Neville, who in the Indies was Pac. You have guys like Sami Zayn, who in the Indies was El Generico. You have a new guy in Kevin Owens, who was basically Kevin Steen, the greatest thing in all of the Indies of all time in NXT. You have, other than Kevin Steen, who else do you have? Hideo Itami, who was basically Kenta Kobashi, the greatest. Well, he was built as one of the greatest New Japan wrestlers of all time. He's now Kenta Kobashi is now Hideo Itami. And then you have my boy. The only reason I'm wearing this face paint today, for those of you who've seen it at the top of the video, and I'm going to try and put the camera back on so you can see it and then turn it right back off. Okay, let me. Okay. And this thing just glitched out again. Great. So this, as you guys can see it, Yeah, so that was an homage. Yeah, that was an homage to Finn, the blue face paint. So, my question: why is NXT so good? Why do they never talk about it? Why do they never mention it? Because Vince hates it. He wants to sabotage these guys. Okay, so this is gonna take me a while to explain, really. So I'm just gonna put it in these terms. WWE has this fear that if people start watching, it will really take over because the product it never makes me guess it. Like, why am I watching this? Why is this garbage even on? No, they know how to work these shows. These shows work just fine. These shows are. Oh, sorry. These shows are phenomenal. I mean, like, I second guessed one thing. Sami Zayn can beat by Titus O'Neil, but you know what? They rectified that. It played into the story of Sami needing to win the big one, and that was a WWE superstar. So technically, Titus O'Neil counted as winning the big one. So Sami couldn't win the big one, and then he came back 2 weeks later, beat Titus, beat Tyson, beat Tyler Breeze, and then went on to Adrian Neville, lost, and then got his rematch, went on to Adrian Neville, and won the championship again. The storytelling throughout that entire feud was amazing. In WWE, this is our story. I'm Brock Lesnar. I'm Paul Heyman, the advocate of the one behind the one in 21 and 1 who beat the one that the company had never let anybody else beat. I'm John Cena. I'm going to beat Brock Lesnar. We'll fight. Brock Lesnar will take 3 weeks off. Brock Lesnar will come back. We'll fight again. They'll fight. Brock Lesnar 16 suplexes. Cena loses. That's the basis of that. So, guys, there's a huge difference. Zayn and Neville will do storytelling every single week in their feuds. And WWE just can't capitalize on that. They can't and they don't. It's as simple as that. I mean, like, Vince McMahon, when Triple H probably tried to show him NXT, he probably said, yeah, get this garbage out of my face. Get this garbage out of my face. Him and Kevin Dunn. Him and Kevin Dunn are the reason that this product will never be able to reach new heights. Like, if I'm an NXT guy or a diva, and I come and they tell me, hey, we're gonna give you the call up to the main roster, I'm saying, no, keep me here. Keep me in NXT. Keep me in NXT. I want to stay right in NXT. I don't want anything to do with any of that. I mean, like, the main roster sounds cool and all, but I'm not gonna do it basically because of the fact that I know I'm gonna flounder. I know I'm gonna fail. I know you're gonna fire me. I mean, good God, what can you look at Seth Rollins? They built him as the top heel in the company, but he can't even win a single match for himself cleanly. I mean, poor Seth. But things just happen to go like that. So I'm just gonna say I don't I don't believe in Seth Rollins' build. So you know what? I'm I think I have a little bit more to cover than I'm down. Be done with this. But I'm just saying NXT. If any guys get called up, I mean, like, I'm just going to say, if I were them, I'd say no. I don't want to be on the main roster for the simple fact of you're going to screw me over and you're going to screw me big time. So basically, if I had to give predictions for the show, probably going to be Natalya versus Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella will go on and win that easily, and then they're going to have Harper Ziggler 3 probably, and Ziggler will win that one most likely. Unless we're going to play Intercontinental Championship hot potato again, which I hope does not happen. And then Rusev must beat Ryback. He has to beat Ryback. Please beat Ryback. Please, 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 please. And next, what are we going to get here? We're going to get Cena versus Lesnar at Rumble. And please, my God, please, oh, please let Brock Lesnar win. I can't take any more LOL Cena wins. So, you know what? Thank you guys for watching my State of the WWE address for the month of December. And I basically won't be watching Raw. So, Please, anybody, no tweets, no questions. Why aren't you watching Raw? It's just the product isn't good. It's as simple as that. The product sucks. So thank you for watching, guys. I'm out.